Imagine, if you will, just for a moment, that something terrible has happened. Something really weirdly terrible. Something that's not on the normal scale of terrible, like a death or a disease or anything like that. No. Instead, something much more garden variety, confusing and terrible has happened. Let's, for example, consider a man in his kitchen. Just a regular man. Perhaps he has brown hair. Perhaps he wears glasses that are sort of wire-framed with a gold frame. Perhaps he has a watch on his wrist which has a green face and is a rotary watch. Perhaps he speaks with some kind of weird accent that doesn't really sound like it's from anywhere. Maybe he's quite short, he's about 5'6". Maybe he's hilarious? No, he's not hilarious, let's be honest, he's not hilarious. Let's for a second imagine that this man, whoever he might be out there in the world, let's presume that this man, who I'm going to call the sad man, a very, very sad man, decided one day that he was going to make a video for his YouTube channel, because he has a podcast, this man, and as part of the podcast he regularly releases YouTube videos, and let's just imagine that one of these YouTube videos, he thinks, wow, this one's an anniversary one. It's the 30th. For example, pulling a random number out of thin air, it's the 30th one of these videos that I've made. Wow, that's amazing. That's something to commemorate. Okay, I'm gonna think up something good. And he thinks, okay, well, how do people celebrate? How do people celebrate big events? They eat food, really. They have a feast. They all gather around the table, friends and family, and they have a feast. And then he thinks, well, due to some kind of current situation, which, in this hypothetical universe could be anything, he says, well, I can't really socialise at this point in time, so maybe I'm not going to have a feast. Maybe I'll have an impromptu sort of kind of feast in my house. And he sets about making a feast of his favourite food, pasta. He makes these wonderful mezzaluna stuffed pastas. He fills them with mushrooms and blue cheese and all sorts of exciting things. And then he cooks them in a wonderful butter and sage sauce. It was delicious. Supposedly. I imagine. The thing is, the man was filming this for his YouTube channel, of course. Like I said, it was a big celebration, this video. And then, the next day, he comes to edit it, and he sits down at his desk, he has his camera in his hand, he takes out the SD card, he goes, well, so far so good, exactly the same as normal, and then he slides the SD card into the SD card slot on his laptop, and his laptop goes, ba-ding, to signify that it is aware of the fact there's an SD card, and then he clicks on the SD card, has a look around and thinks, oh, well, these must be the right files then. And he clicks on the first one and drags it to his desktop. He thinks, brilliant, that one's working great. Then the second one, he does the same. Then the third one, well, there's a problem with the third one. He drags and drops, and then, ba-ding, an error message that says, this file did not save correctly. It is corrupted. He thinks, oh, shit. Well, perhaps some of these other files are working perfectly, brilliantly, and amazingly, like a well-oiled engine. And then he slides some of the other files across, and, well, none of those are working either. So he has 2 disjointed videos, and the remaining 6 other videos are not at all a part of really anything. So what that means is he can't make the video he was originally planning to make. And instead, he, theoretically, of course, would have to sit at his desk with an old microphone and say, things aren't going great, this terrible thing has happened, this terrible, horrendous thing, and then he would have to completely blow it out of proportion, be a huge drama queen, and this theoretical person would have to be frustrated at the loss of footage, and deeply regretful that he could not bring it to you. Okay, if you haven't guessed by now, I'm talking about me. I genuinely did think that. I thought, okay, it's Void 30, I'm going to make a big plate of tortellini, and I'm going to think, oh, fantastic, it's going to be delicious. And I made the pasta, filmed it all, got there, and then afterwards, oh no, it didn't work. My files got corrupted somehow. I am not a very clever man. I don't really know how or why. My files got corrupted, which means that I can't make the video I wanted to make. So instead we've got this confusing thing, which, if all goes to plan, should be you listening to my voice. If you're wondering how the tortellini was, it was delicious. I'll put a picture of it on the screen sort of nowish. It's really good. It was, what was it, mushroom and blue cheese tortellini in a sage and butter sauce. It was delicious. I cooked it, me and my wife ate it, it was amazing. It was really, really good. In commemoration of this tragic event, consider making some pasta of your own. Have a look in your fridge and pick one or two things that you can chop up really small and they go well together. You could do onion and cheese. Or cheese and onion might be a more sensible way of saying that. But yeah, you can make anything into tortellini. The pasta is really easy to make. It's really fun to make. All you need is some eggs and some flour, a rolling pin, and a spare hour or two. It's really easy. It's really enjoyable as well. So yeah, give that a go. Have fun. And I'm going to sit here and cry. Okay, cool. Thank you for watching this really confusing and weird video. This is not what I was expecting to make, and I'm sure it's not what you were expecting to watch, but I hope you enjoyed it all the same. If you liked this confusing nonsense, check out our podcast. It's on our YouTube channel as well, and we talk about other bits of confusing nonsense that don't make much sense. So yeah, we hope you will enjoy that, and I hope you enjoyed this. So yeah, have a lovely day. Drink some water, be kind, be silly, eat some pasta, make some pasta. What's not to love about that? Okay, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.